Hello, good morning, all of you. So, we are discussing regarding the immunology paper in this particular semester, and we have already discussed regarding the antigen antibody production as well as mounting of immunity, how mechanism of antibody production takes place, and which type of cells and organs going to mount an immunity and participate in mounting the immune response. The next topic we are going to study is the complement, and we discussed that the complement in previous lecture. The introductory part just we have studied, that is the complement is system of 11 proteins glycoproteins, and each and every component of complement is abbreviated as C1 to C9. There are subcomponents of each component. For example, in C1, C1Q, C1R, C1S, these subcomponents are there. Complement fixation test is conducted in order to determine particular infection or to detect the complement fixing antibodies in the serum. We also know that not all immunoglobulins, not all antibodies are having the ability to fix complement. Whenever there is a specific antibody production and whenever there is a reaction between antigen and antibody, the complex is going to fix the complement. So complement fixation test is having diagnostic significance because it is very helpful for determining the particular infection and the antibodies which are complement fixing antibodies in the serum. So that part also we have studied. The complement, whenever it is produced, it is not in the active form, you can say. So it is activated after the activation process. So there are different pathways for complement activation. Whenever the complement is produced or secreted, it is not in the active form. It should be made active. So how this activation is done? It is done by two major pathways. One is the classical and another one is the alternate pathway or propardin pathway. So there are two pathways for complement activation. So today we are going to study the complement activation pathway. The first pathway, that is classical pathway, in detail we will study. The activation of complement occurs in a cascade manner, means in sequential manner. There are two pathways for complement activation. One is classical pathway, another one is alternate pathway. So activation of one member of complement system activate the other member, which activate the next member, and so on. It means that in the classical pathway you will study how sequentially each and every component of complement is activated. Firstly, there is a contact of antigen as usual. After then, antigen stimulate antibody production. Then there is antigen antibody reaction. This complex, antigen antibody complex, is going to fix the complement. But complement fixation will not occur in one step because there are subcomponents in the complement system. So it is necessary that each and every component of the complement should be activated. So here the cascade manner means in sequential manner. One member of complement system get activated. Later on it activate the further member of the complement and so on. So it means that there is a sequential complement activation process that is called as classical pathway for complement activation. And generally the activation occurs by proteolytic cleavage, means there is an enzymatic cleavage, enzymatic splitting of the component, and each component is splitted by enzymatic action into two fragments. One fragment is smaller, other fragment will be larger after proteolytic cleavage. So the result of complement activation is formation of small pores in the target cell. And these small pores are called as membrane attack complex. Ultimately, whenever all the components of complement system get activated one by one, ultimately there is a formation of small pore in the membrane of target cell, and that target cell will go on lysis at the end of the pathway. So what we are going to study here, how the complement components are activated, how there is a sequential mechanism, what type of subcomponents or fragments are released, which fragment will join the cascade, which fragment will diffuse away, and what is the proteolytic cleavage. So that part we will study here. The next one, when the antigen classical pathway we are studying in detail, when the antigen binds with complement fixing antibodies, for example IgG, IgM, like that. These are the two major class of immunoglobulins. IgG will be considered as the uppermost and major class of immunoglobulin. IgM will be the next one. So here IgG, IgM, both antibodies are there. These are complement fixing antibodies. The complement activation occurs by classical pathway. The antigen may be free molecule or may be present on the surface of foreign cell, that is for example on the bacterial cell. Whatever antigen comes in contact with the body, that antigen is foreign or it may be the bacterial cell or the component on bacterial cell. So that is the antigen. When antigen comes, as usual, we know that antibody formation will take place. So antigen combines with complement fixing antibody later on to form antigen antibody complex. Antigen will enter, antigen will stimulate the antibody, antigen antibody complex will be formed. So that will be the process by natural way. Then the first component of the complement system which is to be activated here in classical pathway is C1 component. C1. So C1 is the first member to bind the Fc portion of antibody in complex. So EAC1. EA means antigen antibody complex. This complex will go and bind with the C1 component. So EAC1 will be formed, and by rule whenever the component will be activated we have to put the bar over it. Okay, so EAC1 bar means this component will be activated now. C1 is made up of, actually C1 is made up of three subunits: C1q, C1r, C1s. After binding to antibody molecule, C1q undergo conformational change. C1r brings about proteolytic cleavage of C1s. C1q, C1r, again I will repeat. Antigen antibody complex is formed. This complex will go and bind with the first component of complement pathway, that is C1. C1 get activated. Later on, the C1 actually made up of three units: C1q, C1r, C1s. So C1q undergo conformational change after activation process. C1r brings about proteolytic cleavage of the next component, that is C1s. So this is the one step here. Then C1s acts on C4 component, not C2. Remember here, first C1 component, then C4 component. So C1 acts on C4 and brings about proteolytic cleavage टू फॉर्म टू फ्रॅगमेंट्स ऑफ C4. C4चं फ्रॅगमेंटेशन होणार आहे. पहिला कंपोनंट कुठला ॲक्टिवेट होतो? C1. C1 झाल्यानंतर नेक्स्ट कंपोनंट कुठला ॲक्टिवेट होतो? C4. C2 नव्हे, C4 ॲक्टिवेट होतो. आणि C4 ॲक्टिवेट होत असताना C4चं कन्व्हर्जन दोन फ्रॅगमेंटमध्ये होतं, स्मॉल आणि लार्ज. वन इज लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट कॉल्ड ॲज C4b. वन इज स्मॉल फ्रॅगमेंट कॉल्ड ॲज C4a. म्हणजे C4चं कन्व्हर्जन दोन फ्रॅगमेंटमध्ये होतं, C4a, C4b. C4b is the large one, C4a will be the smaller fragment. Now smaller fragment will diffuse away. C4a diffuses away, C4b join the cascade. म्हणजे आता कसं होणार? EA म्हणजे अँटीजन अँटीबॉडी कॉम्प्लेक्स. ह्याच्यामध्ये मेन्शन केलेलं नाही आहे, इट इज नॉट मेन्शन, बट आय विल टेल यू. EA फॉर टू रिमेंबर इझिली वी गिव देम ॲब्रिवेशन. प्रत्येक वेळेला अँटीबॉडी कॉम्प्लेक्स न म्हणता आपण EA म्हणूया. EA म्हणजे अँटीजन अँटीबॉडी कॉम्प्लेक्स. EA विल गो अँड बाइंड विथ द फर्स्ट कंपोनंट C1. So EaC1 will be formed, that is the cascade. EaC1 later on go and bind with the C4 component. C4 undergo cleavage into C4a, C4b. Two fragments are produced. C4b will be the large fragment, C4a will be the small fragment. Small fragment will diffuses away. Small fragment जो आहे तो बाहेर पडतो आणि जो लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट आहे तो कॅस्केडला जॉईन होतो. म्हणजे EaC1 4b असं ते पूर्ण कॅस्केड होणार. सो वन बाय वन सिक्वेन्शियली द नेक्स्ट कंपोनंट विल बी ॲक्टिवेटेड. द फर्स्ट वन विल बी द C1, नेक्स्ट विल बी द C4. आउट ऑफ देम C4b ओनली जॉइन द कॅस्केड, C4a रिमूव्ज अवे or diffuses away. Now C2 is acted upon by C1s. आता C1sमुळं C2 ॲक्टिवेट होतो. पहिल्यांदा C1, नंतर C4, नंतर C2. C2 is activated by C1s and then cleave to small fragment of C2a, C2b. आता यामध्ये लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट कोण आहे? C2a लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट आहे. प्रत्येक वेळेला बीच असतो असं नाही. या ठिकाणी C2a हा लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट आहे आणि C2b हा स्मॉल फ्रॅगमेंट आहे. म्हणजे बाहेर कोण पडणार? C2b बाहेर पडणार. सो C2b डिफ्युजेस अवे अँड लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट C2a विल जॉईन द कॅस्केड. आता कॅस्केड कसं होणार? EaC1 4b 2a. कारण 2a काय आहे? लार्ज फ्रॅगमेंट आहे, त्यामुळे तो जॉईन होणार. 2b हा या ठिकाणी स्मॉल फ्रॅगमेंट आहे, तो डिफ्यूज होणार. So C2a, C2b will be formed by the cleavage. C2a will be join the cascade, C2b will be diffuses away. Now the cascade will be EaC1 4b 2a. म्हणजे पहिल्यांदा C1 कंपोनंट, त्याच्यानंतर 4b म्हणजे C4 कंपोनंट ॲक्टिवेट झाला, त्यापैकी 4b फक्त जॉईन झाला, 4a बाहेर पडला. त्यानंतर C2 कंपोनंट ॲक्टिवेट झाला, C2चं क्लिवेज झाल्यानंतर C2a, C2b दोन फ्रॅगमेंट्स तयार झाले. त्यामधला C2a हा जो कॉम्प्लेक्स आहे तो फक्त जॉईन झाला, C2b बाहेर पडला. सो EaC1 4b 2a दिस कॉम्प्लेक्स विल बी फॉर्म. C4b 2a acts as a C3 convertase and act on C3. आता C3 आहे. पहिल्यांदा C1, मग C4, मग C2 आणि आता C3. सो नाव दिस C4b हा जो कॉम्प्लेक्स आहे आता EaC1 4b 2a, या कॉम्प्लेक्सला किंवा या कॅस्केडला काय म्हणायचं? कन्व्हर्टेज, C3 कन्व्हर्टेज. बिकॉज दिस कॅस्केड इज गोइंग टू ॲक्ट ऑन C3 कंपोनंट and C3 convert into C3a, C3b. Out of this C3a will be the small fragment and C3b will be the large fragment. म्हणजे जॉईन कोण होणार आता? 3b जॉईन होणार. एक लक्षात ठेवायचं. सो यू शुड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दॅट whatever small fragments are there, A or B, that will be diffuses away. Whatever large fragments are there, A or B, that will be joining the cascade. So sometime A will be the small, it will diffuse away. Sometime B will be the small, it will diffuse away. So here C3 will be splitted or activated into C3A, C3B. Out of this, C3A will be the small fragment, C3B will be the large fragment. So who will be join the cascade? 3B. Now the cascade will be EA, C1, 4B, 2A, 3B. हे पूर्ण cascade म्हणजे putting the bar over it. So EA, C1 in this slide I have shown here the bar which is somewhat it is on upper side, but actually the bar is over C4B, C2A, 3B. या C4 वरती तो बार आहे, तो थोडासा वर दाखवला आहे, पण ॲक्च्युली या C4B, 2A, 3B हा जो कॉम्प्लेक्स लिहिलेला आहे त्याच्यावरचा तो बार आहे, ती नुसतीच आडवी रेघ नाही आहे. हा बार म्हणजे इट इज द ॲक्टिवेटेड कंपोनंट. So when the components are activated, we have to put the bar over it. So that is the activated complex. म्हणजे कुठले कुठले कंपोनंट ॲक्टिवेट झाले? C1 sequentially, C1, C4, C2, C3. Now the cascade will be EA, C1, 4B, 2A, 3B. Now the next one will be the C5U. C5U component will be activated now. C2 आता कसं आहे EA, C1, 4B, 2A, 3B हे सगळे ॲक्टिवेट झालेले आहेत. Now EA, C1, 4B, 2A, 3B this whole cascade it is called as C5U convertase. So it is going to act on C5U component of complement. Now again the C5U will be converted into two fragments, C5UA, C5UB. C5UA diffuses away, C5UB joining the cascade which is a large fragment. So C5UB initiate the formation of membrane attack complex. So C5UB will be the joining cascade. So it is going to initiate the formation of membrane attack complex. C5UB later on आता कसं होणार कॅस्केड? C1, 4B, 2A, 3B, 5B. ओके, हे पूर्ण कॅस्केड C5पर्यंत आपले कंपोनंट्स ॲक्टिवेट झाले आहेत. पहिला कंपोनंट कुठला ॲक्टिवेट झाला? C1, देन C4, देन C2, देन C3, देन C5. आता ह्याच्या पुढचे जे आहेत ते सिक्वेन्शियली आहेत. नाव द ऑनवर्ड्स when we studied the activation sequentially one by one the components will get activated after C5 simultaneously C6, C7, C8, C9 all these sequentially get activated. So C1, 4B, 2A, 3B, 5B whole cascade will join C6 component and there is a formation of membrane attack complex, and further C7, C8, C9 get activated and join the cascade sequentially. So now the cascade will be C1, EA, C1, 4B, 2A, 3B, 5B, C6, C7, C8, C9. Okay. So in this way up to 9 all the components of complement get activated, and whenever whole the system component or the entire components of the complement system get activated, in the final step C9 undergoes polymerization and there is a formation of membrane attack complex, or you can say the pore formation on the target cell. So actually at the end of the classical pathway there is a osmotic lysis of target cell take place. Target cell means what? Bacterial cell, or target cell means what? Pathogenic cell. So we are going to destroy the pathogen. Okay, we don't want that bacteria or pathogen. So we are going to lyse that. So how it is lysed? It is lysed by activation of complement. So whenever, what is the conclusion here? When antibodies are produced, which are complement fixing antibodies, these antibodies combine or react with antigen, antigen-antibody complex will be formed. This complex will go and bind with the each and every component of the complement system, and ultimately whenever all the components get activated, lastly the osmotic lysis of target cell will take place. Okay, so this is regarding the classical pathway. You just go through this pathway. I will provide you notes, and if any difficulty you can ask me. This is regarding the classical pathway. Thank you.